Oh. Alright, what up, y'all? We're going to do a video on the sun in Gemini, right? But the waxing crescent moon in Leo, right? So with that being said, it's a 60-degree angle, which is a sextile, right? And with that being said, though, I'm going to do a little intro with the music, you dig? Keep in mind, this song called Bounce, you dig what I'm saying? By phor 77, produced by Shadow, you dig what I'm saying? And this is how it go. This the moment, don't get down, don't get down. You dig? Get a light, and lighten up. This the moment. Don't get down, don't get down. Get a light and lighten up. Hands up, put your lighters up. Hands up, light us up. Bounce, up and down, titties in the crowd. Just jump around. Bounce, bounce, bounce like when you feel it now. Make you feel free right now. Liberation in the sound. Do you feel it right now? Sound off if you in the crowd right now. Bounce, bounce. It's the moment right now. Wanna get down? Let me get down. Rhythmic, deliverance, indigenous rhyme got me feeling sick. Then Edgar Poe from the depths, assassin in the flesh, yo. Check the moment, check. This the moment. Don't get down. Don't get down. Get a light and lighten up. Hands up, put your lighters up. Bounce. Hands up, lighters up. Bounce. Change on my breath right now. Inhale, exhale, find what life is now. Love what you couldn't stack. Could brag about what you feeling now. Love with yourself right now. And you could do you right now. Cold red. Oh shit. Cold red is so real. Mode what you flow into gold in the commercially platinum. Multiply like ocean tides. Right around my hopeful poets could redefine. Divine to defy, enjoy the herbs taught me in essence. Divine to defy, enjoy the herbs taught me in essence. Amazing verbs, etymology, cosmology, enchanting, tantric practice, fatherly astronomy. Words like earths, make the modern world majestic. Word to chronics, Hendrix, Marley, count blessings. Bless. A little breakdown. So yeah, you dig what I'm saying? So we got the little sextile between the moon and the sun right now, with the sun being in Gemini, right? So it's a way of adapting to other people's ways of thinking and communicating. You know what I'm saying? So that's our actions that we're taking part in. And with that being said, it's being played out because the moon is in Leo. You know what I'm saying? The sun just plays out with the sun just plays out how the moon is feeling. You know what I'm saying? So these emotions being in Leo, being feeling like expressing, you know what I'm saying, in turn creates this Gemini sun. You know what I'm saying? So the Gemini, pardon me, like obviously the sun, you know what I'm saying, is what we see, but the moon is that reflection. You know what I'm saying? So like the moon, you know what I'm saying, is just the energies that we're reacting and responding to. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we actually take part in this action. You know what I'm saying? So whenever we take that action due to our reaction. You know what I'm saying? So one's expression now is going to be looked at as a mutable or a way of adapting to the ways of the communication styles in the environments or the ways of thinking in the environment. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, it's going to be that 60-degree angle, like I say. So a sextile, which creates an opportunity to see. So seeing an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So we'll all be accumulating an emotion to expand oneself, to see an opportunity, to think and communicate, think and communicate to adapt to an environment. You know what I'm saying? I got my little template written down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the question you can ask oneself at this time would be, what does one decide? Who or what has one decided to express oneself about, and who or what to express it with? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's really like what you want to be thinking about, and you know what I'm saying, thinking about the action that you're going to partake in. So like, what are you actually going to express oneself about? You know what I'm saying? So in the first house, it'll be that sextile. Okay, so Leo in the first house, right? We'll have that sextile to Gemini in the 11th house, right? So that's where the moon will be. So with that first house in Leo, it'll be personally expressing oneself, and personally expressing oneself, you know what I'm saying? So in turn, seeing an opportunity to associate and communicate with those associates. You know what I'm saying? So the communication style of your associates and those actions that are being taken part in that, in turn, you're going to have a personal way of feeling and personal way of expressing, you know what I'm saying, those communication styles. And that'll be for a Leo rising, right? And then for the Cancer rising, this will be having Leo in the 2nd house, and then you'll have the Gemini in the 10th house. So, or am I mistaken? I might be flunked out. Might not be the Cancer. Might be the other way around. Because, well, Cancer does have Leo in the 2nd. You know what I'm saying? I might have my little template on the signs a little bit mixed up. I know that Leo's got Gemini in the 11th house. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So we'll look at it that way. So the Gemini move into the 12th house. That would be the Cancer. So, yeah, okay. So the Gemini in the 12th house, and then the Leo in the 2nd house, right? Okay, yeah, that's right. That's correct. A little bit flunked out. You know what I'm saying? And then in turn, you know what I'm saying, with the Gemini rising, it'll have obviously the Sun in the 1st house, and it'll have the Leo in the 3rd house, right? So, you know what I'm saying? So you can understand the little template I created. So, give me a little off-camera drink of water, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't seen no emails yet, you know what I'm saying? Took me a little break, you know what I'm saying? Who's going to hit me with the ad before the next video? You know, I was just trying to figure that out, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the entire reason for my little hiatus, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got things to do. It's an uphill battle for oneself, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my best to be on here every day, you know what I'm saying? But hey, sometimes I need to take a break, and that's just what it is. So, with that being said, the Cancer rising is going to have Leo in the 2nd house, so it'll be about values. So, Leo in the 2nd house is a value that one is expressing, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. With that being said, they're going to have the Gemini in the 12th house, right? So the Gemini in the 12th house will create a dream and illusion and a nightmare about how one communicates, you know what I'm saying? So the Cancer is always an illusion. Did I say the wrong thing? Was I a little bit too passionate? This, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? That's where the Cancer kind of gets caught up. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, their values are expressed, which in turn, one sees an opportunity to dream, or sees how to adapt to the dreams, illusions, and nightmares, and how to communicate about them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, one is expressing, excuse me, their values with the Cancer rising. And then with the Gemini rising, they're having the Gemini in the 1st house, right? Like I say. And then the Leo in the 3rd house, right? So then with the Leo in the 3rd house, it'll be the environment. It'll be like expressing the environment, expressing to the environment, things like that. So communicating with an environment and expressing one's personality. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, the Gemini is always adapting. If they have the rising in the 1st house, that's just their personality. That's their personal way of being. But with that being said, that'll also be their actions at this time. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be taking action in their personal ways of communicating and how they actually personally see things. And with that being said, they're going to have this expression about it, you know what I'm saying? So don't be too willy-nilly with the way of your expression, you know what I'm saying? And the way that you're just make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings in the environment, Gemini rising. Make sure you're not saying the wrong things around the wrong person. You know, if you actually can't confide in this individual, then don't, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. And yeah, so that's kind of like the key for the Gemini right now, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, so just be wary of your environment, Gemini. And for the Taurus rising, this will be with the Leo in the 4th house, right? So it'll be like a kind of a square, not kind of. It's always a square. The Leo and the Taurus, and then the Gemini is going to be in the 3rd house for the Taurus. So I mean the 2nd house, I mean to say. So they're going to be seeing an opportunity with to express with family or home members or people in the home, you know what I'm saying, about values, about what they actually value, you know what I'm saying, like how would I actually like things to be carried out and what do I actually value in the home, this, that, and the third. Values can be of a person, place, thing, or an idea. So let's keep that in mind. So for the Taurus, it can be like, don't be so stingy. Like, if you're gonna give something out to your family member, and it's actually gonna, you know, you actually value your family member and you value their well-being, then don't be like kind of like which is where the Taurus can go a little bit sour, where it's a learning process. Don't always just like make sense and be so stoic about, you know, giving the money away and make it seem like it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying, or just or giving what one values or giving one's person, place, or thing. You know what I'm saying. I mean, pardon me, not giving a person's place or thing. Giving a monetary to a person, place, or thing. You gotta think about it like, I mean, me personally, I think about it like if I'm giving something, I don't expect anything in return. I'm just giving to give, and you know, I don't expect that return investment if I'm giving money, because that's just, you know, it's not an intelligent thing to do. So with that being said, I would say for the Taurus, don't be so stingy, and if you plan on not being stingy and you actually do got it, Taurus rising, then with that being said, don't be like kind of downing on people whenever they actually get the money back up and saying, oh, you remember whenever you owed me this, that, and the third, can I get that now? Don't be doing that, you know what I'm saying? And don't be so like, oh, you know, they owed me, you know what I'm saying? They said they would pay me back. Don't even ask for it. If they really wanted to pay you back, they would, you know what I'm saying? So for the Aries rising, it's going to have Leo in the 5th, and they're going to have the Gemini in the 3rd, right? So this will be expressing emotions, which in turn allows one to communicate in an environment. So just expressing yourself in the right environment is beneficial right now. So just be, like I say, aware of your surroundings, kind of like the Gemini rising for the Aries rising. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are a little sextile, so you guys kind of going through the same kind of thing. And with that being said, you'll be seeing that opportunity. Okay, should I actually express myself in this environment, or should I steer clear from this environment and expressing myself? You know what I'm saying? But the Aries, you know, they're just going to ram me right into everything. So it's like a double sextile. So it's actually a good thing, kind of to ram into everything right now. It's kind of like everybody's into seeing opportunity, how that's actually beneficial right now. But don't do it in such a aggressive way where you might end up in the pin. You know what I'm saying? Don't do all that. You know, be nice to your environment, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so attacking the environment and all that. So with that being said, we have the Pisces rising, which will be, maybe this isn't working out as well as I think it is. So for the Pisces rising, you'll be expressing a routine or pattern or health matters to one's family. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be talking to them about the actual routine and pattern and actual what you have going on in your private life and things like that. You know? So they'll be like, kind of communicating and adapting to those communication styles. And then for the Aquarius rising, it'll be relating expression to see an opportunity to relate. So relating the expression or seeing an opportunity to relate. As simple as that. This is what's going on at this time. You're going to be seeing like, okay, is this opportunity in this correct environment, this, that, the third, or is this a bad opportunity? Can this be too much accumulation of maybe like a fire and air energy in this chart? You know what I'm saying? So for example, we're looking at the Aquarius, this is already an air energy, might be a little bit too much of intuition and creation of the communication. So just be kind of wary of who you're relating with and what you're expressing. So with that being said, we're going to have the Capricorn rising, which will have Leo in the 8th house, and then they're having Gemini in the 6th, right? So with the Capricorn, we'll be seeing an opportunity to transform how one communicates in a pattern. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be able to transform how you actually express oneself and that actual pattern that you initiate and create whenever you are maybe explaining something in the first place. Or that's one example. You know what I'm saying? And the second example would be, how does one react whenever they are disagreed with, and how does that pattern occur, and what is that operation? And this is the time to transform those operations, speculate a bit more. So the Sagittarius rising will have Leo in the 9th house, and then Gemini in the 7th. So seeing an opportunity to express wisdom to one's relative individual. So ones that this Sagittarius rising is relative with and they actually want to relate with, they're going to be giving them that knowledge and wisdom right now. So make sure you're adding on and giving someone a wisdom that's beneficial, not a wisdom that's just completely opposite to what they got going on. And telling them what they got going on is, don't be like trying to shoot somebody's dream down right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a Gemini, don't shoot their dream down. Just, rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Sagittarius rising. And then for the Scorpio rising, they're going to be having Leo in the 10th house, Leo moon in the 10th, and then Gemini in the 8th. So seeing an opportunity to transform how one expresses a status. So the status now, you're going to be seeing that opportunity to transform that and express oneself in a different way, kind of thing. Create a new phoenix. Scorpio, y'all are really good at that whenever you actually try. Libra rising, you have the Leo in the 11th house, and then the Gemini in the 9th house. So expressing emotions with associates about knowledge and wisdom. So, you gotta be wary of the environment that you're expressing this knowledge and wisdom in. And if it's too opposite to oneself, you know what I'm saying, the actual knowledge and wisdom, and you feel that it won't be, it'll be like land on deaf ears, then don't cast those pearls to that swine, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I think the Libras get where I'm going with that. And then the Virgo rising, they're going to be having the Leo in the 12th house and the Gemini in the 10th house. So the Virgo rising's dreams are expressed in turn, right? Dreams expressed, which in turn allows one to express about a status. So the dreams allusion to nightmares that one expresses, that is actually what is your status now, what you've accumulated for the ways that you're known in your actual blueprint. So you're going to be able to adapt to that blueprint now, you know what I'm saying, that you've created. So that's the house system. Did my little song, you know what I'm saying, broke down the sun in Gemini. That's a 60-degree angle. It's a sextile, seeing an opportunity. So, you know what I'm saying, you could tap into any one of my videos. You watch about, well, I'm not even going to say that, but like you watch a certain amount of videos, you kind of get the rhetoric, and you get the actual language of astrology. So in turn, one can actually teach the astrology to everybody else. That's really what I do this for. I do this for y'all to actually understand the knowledge of wisdom, be able to speak the language for oneself, the language of astrology, and then help everybody out with the language of astrology, which is essentially geometry, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's really what I do, and that's why I say it's a 60-degree angle. Much love, holla back. This is Metaphor 77, you know what I'm saying? That was me on the track, and you can email me at Gmail, you know what I'm saying? That's CONSCIOUS1347 at gmail.com. And you can email me for a natal chart reading. If you just want to learn more about astrology, we could set something up. I could teach you more. Or if you want to do a progress chart reading, we could work on that. If you want to do a synastry reading, you know what I'm saying? Any kind of thing. So I got all these astrology tools on deck, you know what I'm saying? Much love and holla back. Peace.